Potato or potato? In Brooklyn Park, we call it a tater. And when you see this baked potato roll out, you know it's time for Brooklyn Park's signature festival, Tater Daze. I'm Shannon SLATTON, and today we're going to talk about a few events that you can look forward to in this year's festival. We'll begin, in my opinion, with the best part, the food. We got a sneak peek at a food truck that will be out at this year's festival.
I just want them to be happy.
If a food truck can bring happiness,
I do want them to smile, even starting with the name, Yummy Tummy. Coke, Diet Coke.
Lisa Nelson believes her Yummy Tummy food truck
Okay, so bacon cheeseburger
can deliver.
I do. I want their tummy to have yummy food in it and be happy the rest of the day and say, that was one of the best burgers I've ever had.
A burger is one of many items on the menu here.
Oh yeah.
There's quesadillas.
It's got corn and red onion and cheese and all sorts of good stuff in there, so I'm really excited about it.
A good grilled cheese.
I've got a grilled cheese with a wonderful tangy sauce and chicken.
I have onion rings.
Or whatever suits your mood.
They just sounded really satisfying today.
People have told me that our menu is pretty extensive for a food truck, and it's just things that I think Americans like.
For Lisa, cooking up food is a second career.
Okay, give us a few minutes, okay?
She lost her job in 2015 in human services
Anything else with the Reuben?
and decided to go back to her first career choice.
When I graduated from high school, I did go for culinary arts and dietetics, but I can burn about anything, so.
But not today.
Yummy Tummy.
Lisa experiments and changes up the menu.
One I tried introducing last year that maybe didn't go over quite so well, but I loved it, was a peanut butter and jelly burger. But we'll try it again this year.
But one thing is constant.
Sure, the pulled pork sandwich.
She serves up food with a smile.
I love getting out and I love interacting with people, so fills up my tank, fills up my soul.
And if you leave the Yummy Tummy food truck with yummy food in your tank and a smile on your face, that means Lisa has done her job.
That's what makes me happiest, it really does, that people like my food.
Lisa is one of the vendors who will be out here at the Community Activity Center on Friday and Saturday. You can't have a festival without the food, but you also can't have a festival without the music. There are some high energy acts like Bad Girlfriend and 8'4", but there's also talent right here in our own backyard with the Brooklyn Community Band.
We put together a set anywhere from about an hour to an hour and a half worth of standard concert band literature and some new pieces as well.
We caught up with the Brooklyn Community Band at their last rehearsal before the summer season. This year's set includes toe-tapping tunes you'll recognize from Broadway, the movies, and this year, Westerns too. Everyone is welcome in the community band, and members say getting together is a stress reliever and something they enjoy. Members say you'll even be surprised at the caliber of music you'll hear from people who live right here in Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park.
I don't consider myself quite at that level as some of the band members here, but holy smokes, they are so good, and you just enjoy hearing your own band members play, and so we really enjoy the camaraderie and the fun of playing for the Community Center Band.
Music and food are great, but getting active is important too, right, Spud McTater? A growing number of people are discovering the sport of pickleball, and this year there's a tournament out on Norwood courts. Pickleball's fun, but don't just take our word for it.
Pickleball is a game that is played like tennis, kind of like ping pong, but instead of playing ping pong away from the table, it feels like you're on the table. It was a new sport in the 50s, and now it's just becoming a very popular sport. It started in the south, and now it's making its way up north, and so hence we have these new pickleball courts here in Brooklyn Park, and the action has been hot.
I just bought a paddle, so I just got it yesterday. I decided I'd try it out, so I love it. It's great exercise, it's a lot of fun, everybody's really friendly and social, and it's just a great sport.
It's an excellent way to be active and have movement, but it's not as vigorous as tennis. It's a great game you can play for hours. This was a pretty awesome thing that we were able to get these courts last year. So when you watch what's happening out here, you kind of think, oh, I can't play, but it's easier than you think. If you just want to come, most people can find somebody that would say, okay, I'll show you how to play the game.
Now there are a few people who know everything there is to know about Tater Daze in Brooklyn Park, and they are the Brooklyn Park ambassadors. They also know what it's like to ride on this potato during a parade. Let's talk to them now, starting with Anna. First, how'd you get to be an ambassador?
It was through my mom. She mentioned the program to me, and I was really inspired by what they do and how they give back to community, so I decided to apply.
Do you recommend the experience for other folks?
Yes, I do, definitely.
All right. Now, Kylie, what's it been like to serve this past year?
Well, as a Brooklyn Park Ambassador, we get to go out and represent the community at different festivals, community events, and we also volunteer.
Now, you're finishing up your reign. What's been your favorite part?
My favorite part has definitely been getting to meet all the different little kids and volunteer for different events for them, like painting their faces at different community events.
Very good. And of course, you can meet the next crop of ambassadors coming up on Friday night. The coronation will be right here at the Community Activity Center. And finally, Emma, what can you tell folks about Tater Days?
Well, I would tell folks that the food is very good, so I would definitely come out and try all the food trucks that are there.
And I have to know, what's it like to ride on top of that potato?
It's really exciting, and I really like seeing all the little kids throughout the community and getting to wave at them and just like interact with them is really fun.
And you told me the butter has only fallen off once?
Only once, only once.
All right, but you guys saved the day. Thank you so much. And of course, you can come out to the parade this Thursday, wave at all of these young ladies, and come out here and join in the fun here at the Community Activity Center in Brooklyn Park on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Learn more at taterdays.org. On the website, you'll find more information on several items we didn't have time to cover here, like the 5K Spud Run, open houses at the police and fire station, and of course, bouncy houses, and all of the family-friendly fun that's happening at the Community Activity Center on June 14th and 15th.
Section championships were up for grabs for several local lacrosse teams this week. The Maple Grove girls faced Buffalo in the Section 8 championship. Kristana Tater lines it up and scores from the free position for the Crimson. Her second straight goal makes it 2-1. Buffalo comes back with the last two of the first half, though. Emma Carlson gets them both, and it's 6-6 at halftime. It's a great game all night. Tater scoops the ground ball in front and scores to make it 8-7 Crimson. She gets 3 goals on the night. Tater gets an assist as she sets up Emily Herdine for an insurance goal. Maple Grove holds on for a 9-8 win over Buffalo. They are headed back to the state tournament. Meanwhile, the Wayzata boys face St. Michael-Albertville for the Section 8 title. Wayzata's down 3-2 after 3, but it's Luke Marquardt to Tommy Seaford, and the Trojans tie it 3-3 in the fourth. They build momentum from there. A nice run by Andrew Solly, and he sets up Seaford for the go-ahead goal. It's 4-3 Wayzata. And they get a couple more. Marquardt to Braden Nelson, and he shoots and scores. Wayzata's going back to state with a 6-4 win over STMA. The Benilde boys also won a section title in Section 5. After opening the section playoffs with a loss, the Osseo baseball team made a great run through the losers bracket in Section 5 4A. The Orioles were at home against Totino-Grace earlier this week in an elimination game. Osseo is the visitor. Noah Thompson slaps a base hit to right to score Wyatt Doubler in the top of the second. That evens the game up at 1-1. In the third, Walker Hultgren hits a towering drive down the line and right, and it drops in. Jake Contreras and Doubler score on a triple for Hultgren. Osseo goes up in this one 4-1. Same inning, and Thompson will dump an RBI single into left center to score Hultgren, and Osseo leads at 5-1 through 3 innings of play. In the bottom of the fourth, Totino-Grace does come back as Carter McLaughlin knocks one through the right side for a hit to score a run. The Eagles get back to within 5-3 through 4. Each team scores once more, and a great defensive play by right fielder Miles Hawthorne helps to win it for the Orioles 6-4. They then beat Champlain Park, but lost to Mounds View 5-0 in the section final. The State Boys Tennis Tournament started with team competition. 5th seed Wayzata met 4th seed Orono in the Class AA quarterfinals. At number 1 doubles, a great return of serve by Wayzata's Will Dieters as he and Michael Deal beat Emmett Halloran and Benjamin Bisson of Orono 6-4, 6-4. At second doubles, Wayzata's Jado Hong and Sanjit Shah are in the far court. Shaw puts away a volley winner as the Trojans team beats Matthias Mali and Hugh Perrell. At number 1 singles, John Foley of Wayzata in the far court. He gets to the ball in the corner and fires a perfect return on his way to a hard-fought win over Karthik Papasetti. But Orono wins the rest of the singles matches. John Kasner of Orono's in the near court against Colin Badoon, and Kasner rolls to a win. Orono takes the match 4-3. The Trojans did win their next two to take the consolation title. A longtime coach in the adapted sports program in District 279 is retiring. Kelli Waalk, who coached the Osseo Park Center Maple Grove CI Division program for 25 years as an assistant and head coach, coached her last games last weekend as Osseo placed 4th in the state tournament. It's been a great run for Waalk, who retired as a teacher last year, and this was a memorable final season.
It's been an amazing run with the kids, 25 years of coaching, 72 state tournaments. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. We had a really great season. We started with 7 kids who had never played softball before, hoping to be a 500 team and to win on Friday night and come in today into the winner's bracket. It was a great tournament. The camaraderie with the kids and the coaches and the other teams, you know, I'll still be around watching, but I won't have the stress of having to do lineups. And
congratulations to Kelli, and thanks for all of your help throughout the years. That's all for sports.